What is up, my people? It's your boy Ellis here, and today is another day. But I've actually realized something, and that, well, I haven't just realized it, but we've had this car here for a while now, and I actually haven't for around 8-9 months, and I actually haven't done a video on it, which is crazy considering it's a nice car, I would say. So this is my dad's car. Crazily enough, I've been driving this car for the last week because my dad's away, and I wanted to reduce the time driving the Corsa as I'm about to sell it or whatnot. And it's the only car that I've driven that makes me not want to drive my Corsa anymore. Like literally, like I'll explain a bit more. I'll set this camera up in the car while I go fill it up with petrol, because I said I've been driving it for the last week, so it's out of petrol more or less. So I'm going to fill it up and I'll talk about it a bit more. So let's get this one out of the way. Okay, so where do I start with this car? Firstly, keys, push to start. I absolutely love the convenience of having a push to start. Oh my god, you just come in, the keys can just be in your pocket. I'm a bit over the top because I've never had a push to start car before, so yes. Anyways, let's get started. This is a 316i. So I think that means it's a 1.6. I know the I stands for petrol, obviously it's the petrol. So it's a 1.6 petrol, I'm pretty sure. I've looked at the stats online, and it's got around 136 brake horsepower. And as I think I was saying earlier, like this is the only car that I've driven that hasn't got as much power as my car. That I don't care like that it hasn't got enough power. Like it just, the way this thing drives, I don't even like it. I'm in second gear, 20 miles an hour. It's got enough. It's got enough. Like literally, the 0 to 60 time said was like 9.1 seconds. I really don't care. Like I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but it's crazy. I was gonna title this video, is it worth buying a budget BMW? Because I'd actually look at this as the base model, as you know, the higher end stuff like the 335i, the 340i, the M3 and whatnot. So this is obviously the base model, and I was thinking, is it, oh wow, an M4 just passed. And I was thinking, is it worth buying a lower end premium badge car? If you're gonna buy a premium badge, you might as well just go for something, pay the premium price kind of thing, you know what I mean? So like I was thinking, is there a compromise? Like did it actually still give you what the brand's all about? And honestly, as I said, like I have never driven a car before. I haven't driven a lot of cars, but I've never driven, apart from the 135i, but obviously I only drove that for like a few minutes. I've never driven a car so consistently that made me not want to drive my car anymore. It hasn't got enough power, it hasn't got the same amount of power, but it's just the way the thing, mate, I'm just chilled. I'm literally just chilled. I'm growing up. I kind of want to feel like I'm growing up and not feel like I'm still a little kid driving around the VXR getting all gassed up, but at the same time I still want that excitement factor, which this car lacks. You put your foot down and it goes. It's going to be a lot heavier than my car, and it's only got like what, 130 bhp, and it's I don't know what it is about this car, but it doesn't take off like my car does, but it just does what it needs to do, and then it does everything else, just drive around. It's so easy. Oh, this car, I really do love it. I'm not even lying. It makes me think what the higher end stuff are really like the, you know, the 335i's, the M4s, the M3s, the 6 series, the 5 series. What are those cars really like to drive? Because this is so, mate, the only thing I'll change about this car is the steering. I mean, it suits the car, I guess, but I don't like the heavy feel. Like there's no connection to there's no driver's connection in a sense. It's just like, you know, I'm turning left, I'm turning right. There's no sense of driver connection. Like I can, you know what I mean, like I'm about to lose traction, etc, etc. I mean, I don't know if that's for all BMWs or if it's just like because this isn't the sporty model, that's just how the steering feels. But saying that it's not the sporty model, it has got Sport Plus, which is like, why has this got Sport? Why has it got Sport Plus? That kind of shocked me that it's actually got Sport Plus. It's got Eco Mode, Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. Put into Sport Plus, then traction control comes off, and I can say even with 130 bhp, it can do wheel spins. Not that I've tried it, but I just know it can do wheel spins. I wouldn't say feel comfortable doing wheel spins in this car because, as I said, the steering's heavy, so you lack that feel of connection with what the car's doing. So, I mean, I'm really excited to drive something that's, I am really excited to drive something that's like a higher end BM, like drive on a consistent basis, I would say. Because my 135 test drive, as I said, that was just like 10 minutes or so. So to drive it like on a day-to-day basis like this, I'd really like, oh, I'm looking forward to it. I'm saying I'm looking forward to it like I'm giving something away here. But yeah, eventually I'll get one, but I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think the Sport Plus and Comfort mode affects the way the car like feels in general. It's just a throttle response. So going into Sport Plus, like the only changes that I see is that the car takes off a bit more aggressively. Comfort Eco, it just reduces the throttle response. For like ride comfort and stuff like that, I don't feel a massive difference. I don't know if it's actually, if there's a difference to it. I mean, there is the optional damper options on the BMWs, but as I said, I think this is the base model and I don't think it was option to it. But now I kind of understand the different, why people have daily cars and a track car, if that makes sense. So this is actually what I would consider as a daily driver. Like, it does everything. I mean, it just does everything. I can't even, I'm just like, sorry, like my dad made me drive this car, because like I kind of want one. The only thing that I would like is obviously 100 more horses. A better feeling steering wheel, because this is just too heavy. As I said, even in Sport Plus, it still feels heavy, which I really don't like. So it's not a car that you can rag about and really feel comfortable doing, but at the same time it's able to do it. And even though it's a big car, the way this thing like fits into spaces and gets out of spaces is surprising. I'm swear it's better than my Corsa. I honestly swear this thing can go in, can get out of tighter spaces than my Corsa can. And that's crazy because my Corsa is a lot smaller and I don't understand how it does it. Like, I really understand. I'm like how it, I'm sure I might have to reverse here, but then I just have to do one lock and I'm good to go. And it's really just like surprising to me sometimes. See what, oh my, see what I mean? The thing goes for 130 bhp and that's what it feels like. Wow. And it's so heavy. Wow. I'm not saying it's mad fast, but it's just, I didn't expect it to be this quick. Oh wow, a Type R. A Type R. A grandpa driving a Type R. How G that is that? He's a G. You still get the premium off the badge, if that makes sense. Like, the interior is, I don't like, normally when you see reviews that go like that and say it's cheap plastic and whatnot, but I don't care what plastic it is. It looks nice in here. Like, it really does look nice in here. Oh, it just does. And it's so roomy. It's just, I can't help but just love this car. This thing had 200 bhp, which I think it can obtain if you had a remap on it. I think it would be like the perfect budget BMW. It's a 2013 BMW, by the way. So I think it would just be, I really do think it would be perfect. I mean, even if it does have 200, I don't think it will hit 60 in, let's say, under 8 seconds. But I think higher up it will pick up a lot more. The tires will spin a lot more as well. But apart from that, I really can't find a lot of bad things to say about it. Apart from the fact that the steering is heavy. What else is there? Nothing. I can't complain about the fact that it hasn't got 200 bhp, even though I think all BMW should have at least have 200 bhp. It goes enough to make anyone happy. I think it makes me happy. Like, it makes me feel like fine, and I'm used to something faster. So I mean, I think that's saying a lot. let's test how good these parking sensors are. I mean, that's my car behind, so I really do not want to hit my car. Overall, me personally, I think it's worth whatever the cost is. Like probably like 22, 21 grand or something like that, brand new. Probably 24, I'd reckon, but I really do like it. I know I was probably blabbering on a lot about things that was probably not even necessary, but what I'm trying to get is I really do like that car. Like, as I said, the only car that I've driven that made me not want to drive my car for a while, and it's really comfy. It would be hard to say it's the perfect car because you could always say, well, it probably needs a bit more speed. It probably needs this, it probably needs that, that's missing. But honestly, I think it's an 80 out of 100. It's a really nice car. Like, it really is, regardless of the fact that's probably like the base model. It's really nice, in my opinion, anyways. But I'm going to leave that video there. If you guys enjoyed it, don't forget to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you have not. And I will see you in the next one. I'm not going to hit the camera anymore. I'm just going to, slowly let it fade away.